If you have ever wondered why some male characters feel emotionally rich but unstable and others feel sharp, decisive but hard to reach, Tarot has a surprisingly clear answer. Today I'm looking at how male leads grow in romance not through plot twists but through inner evolution. I am mapping two male characters, Veer and Zayn, through tarot archetypes to understand how emotional maturity actually develops. And very quickly before we begin, I am Anisha from Soul Fruit with Anisha. I am an author, a tarot practitioner, and a healer. And in this space, we explore the overlaps between tarot and stories. And if this interests you, please subscribe. Now, when I use tarot for character analysis, I am not predicting outcomes. I am looking at three things: where a character starts emotionally, what disrupts them, and what maturity looks like for them. Think of tarot as a map of emotional development, not destiny. So, the first person that we are going to map is Veer, and Veer begins as the Knight of Cups. And he has very strong Knight of Cups energy. Knight of Cups is emotionally expressive, romantic, and led by feeling rather than structure. So, this archetype believes deeply in love but experiences it through longing. At his best, this energy makes love feel meaningful, intentional, even poetic. But Knight of Cups can idealize emotion without knowing how to hold it. They feel deeply, but consistency feels harder than connection. The disruption for this archetype often comes through the moon. The moon represents emotional confusion, projection, and the fear of the unknown. It appears when feelings are loud but clarity is missing. This is where fantasy cracks, uncertainty triggers fear, emotion overwhelms regulation. The Knight of Cups under the moon starts questioning whether love is safe or just imagined. The emotional growth for Veer is towards the King of Cups. The King of Cups feels just as deeply but with emotional regulation. This archetype doesn't suppress emotion, it contains it. The growth isn't about feeling less, it's about feeling cleanly. So, on the other hand, we have Zen. And Zen, as we have discussed in a previous video, embodies the Knight of Swords. And he is fast, mentally agile, and action oriented. This archetype moves before emotion catches up. At his best, this energy is decisive, intelligent, and fearless, but emotionally, speed can become avoidance. Thinking replaces feeling, and control replaces vulnerability. For the Knight of Swords, the disruption often arrives as the Tower. The Tower doesn't destroy for drama, it interrupts false certainty. It forces a pause when momentum has replaced awareness. This is where logic fails, control collapses, emotional truth demands attention. For this archetype, Tower is the moment thinking alone stops working. The evolved form here is the King of Swords. The archetype still values logic, but now pairs it with responsibility and ethics. Communication becomes clear, authority becomes grounded. Maturity here is in softness, it's accountability. Now, what I find fascinating about these arcs is that neither character needs to become someone else. They need to integrate what they already are. And tarot kind of reminds us that emotional growth isn't about personality changing, it's about emotional responsibility. And if this resonated with you, then stick around because in the next video, we'll be mapping my two female characters in the same way. And I'll see you next time. Bye.